This summer, we have a lot of programs going on. Our biggest program we have going on right now is Willy Wonka Junior. It's Summer Stage 2008. We have 44 kids from 4th grade through 8th grade on stage. It's a 4-week camp. Throughout the 4 weeks, they're going to learn how to do all the dances. They're going to learn the songs. They're going to learn the blocking, the lines. It's very intensive. They come in at 10 o'clock in the morning. They have a morning rehearsal. We break for lunch, and then we go till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's an all-day event, and they're inundated with theater, music. It's a fun time. I think it's a great process because of the mixture of the kids. It's not just the same people they've had on their T-ball, the same people they've had in classes. They can mix with everyone. They get to meet people from around the town, from around the county. And they get to work with the staff here, staff from different colleges, from the different high schools around town. It's a learning process for everyone.
Willy Wonka was, I think, wonderful because it not only is a great children's story by Roald Dahl, but it's so evocative in all of our memories because of the Gene Wilder and now the Johnny Depp movie, and their very divergent points of view about how to deal with children's theater. And I like the one we did because it's, I think, more available for young people. I think the Johnny Depp is more interesting for adults because it's different from the Wilder that we grew up with. But again, I think that for young people and for the purposes of the Salina Theater for Young People program, the one we did was really incredibly appropriate and the right choice for us to do. We always want to make theater as available as we possibly can to as many people as we possibly can.
The whole experience of directing Willy Wonka, well, first of all, I love the show. I loved the show as a kid. The version, the Gene Wilder version, is a lot of fun. And well, it means a lot to see these kids succeeding. And for me, I mean, it's good experience for me. You know, I'm going on into theater for my life. And so I'm just gaining experience and learning new things. I learned a lot from John this year. I learned a lot from the education director last year and the year before. And I just hope to keep learning as I go on.
This is intense. I mean, this is, high schools don't do this in much intensive workshops. When you're 10 to 4 all day, and you are surrounded by music, and you're surrounded by theater, and you're surrounded by this very nurturing atmosphere, it just breeds creativity. And so I think as they're leaving here, they'll remember a lot of what we've done. I think it'd be very hard for them not to. Just, you know, people associate what they learned with the amount of fun they have. Not that I'm saying we just partied all day, but we had a good time. So that helps a lot too. We try to, reinforce knowledge with a little bit of recreation at the same time. It's amazing how they'll pick it up quick.
With the kids, it's a little more challenging because you have to remind them. They have to be doing so much at once. When people get older, they're used to it. It comes a little more naturally. But with the kids, you have to remind them, now that you're singing and dancing at the same time, you can't look at your feet. You're not going to be able to count. You have to count in your head. You have to keep smiling. You have to stay in character. That's the main challenge, is having them remember everything. And children, due to the less experience, are not as good at I guess, multitasking. But they come around eventually. They just take, more practice.
Step on your left foot, kick with your right. Step on your right foot, kick with your left, ball, change. So it goes, oop-ba, loop-ba, doop-ba-dee-da. Then you step on your left, kick with your right. Step on your right, kick with your left. Ball, change. 3 kicks and a ball change. Okay, from You'll Get No Again. This shan't be sloppy. Alright. You'll get no, you'll get no, you'll get no, you'll get no commercials. Good. Oompa, loompa, doopity, ball change, step, kick, kick, step, kick a ball change. Doopity, knock, turn off the TV and you'll be a star. Good job, guys. You had to learn a lot today, and thank you.
end product is always a big reward. I actually don't have a lot of I don't have a lot of experience working with kids, and I wanted more experience working with kids, and that's why I took this opportunity when it was offered. So the most rewarding experience is just how far they came, and it's hard to tell at the beginning what the end product is going to be like. You have no idea, but they listen so much, and because they're really into it. They have a lot of energy, and they listen, and seeing the end product is the ultimate reward. So, and how great it came along.
Good.
Willy Wonka was a little bit different because I always picture myself doing the movements. Well, with children, you have to kind of step back and cut back and make it a little easier or simpler. But basically, I just listen through and I decide what I want to do, where I build a structure, backbone, frame, and then I fill in the blanks. The good thing about musical theater is you can split stuff up into groups, and you can give one section to the more advanced people and then another featured section to the less advanced people, and everyone gets featured, in their own special skill level.
I've worked with Jordan on stage as a director. I've worked with Jordan on stage as an actor, and now to watch her go away and come back, and I even saw her perform at K-State in Urinetown over there, and she was wonderful. And to have her come back and bring her talents back here is always sort of proof of the pudding of what we always talk about, is that when we begin to create these resources, they sometimes come back to us and bring new experiences back to the people that we're bringing up through the programs, and that's always exciting. It's like when Tyrese comes back, and every now and then he'll come back and do a piece of theater here. Tyrese Allen, who is now a very successful television, movie, stage actor, comes back and does shows here. Jordan, who's a talented dancer, performer, actress, comes back and choreographs. That's what we want. We want them to go away, have other experiences, bring them back, and give them back to us.
There's real art. There are many people who can get up and sing, but not a lot of people who can be artists with their voice. There are people that can, there's been studies that show only 1 out of 50 people can't sing on pitch. So the people who say I can't sing are liars, unless they're that 2% of the world. But yeah, everyone has their own opinion. No, everyone has their own opinion. But the fact of the matter is that there's, of all those people who can, it's difficult to find. It's not an easy art form to learn, because we've all heard singers who might fall flat in our opinions and in terms of energy and don't really do it for us. So I enjoy finding a way to mold those people into better performers. At the same time, I learn a lot about myself by helping other people. So I would be lying if I said I wasn't getting anything out of helping these others achieve where they're at now. Ready? One, make sure it's short, go.
Oompa loompa doodly-doo. I've got another puzzle for you.
Stop. That was perfect. That was perfect. Those were short. That was the right rhythm. That was great. So do that for the rest of the song. Purpose.
Turn off the TV and you'll be a star.
Off.
You will live in happiness too. Like the Oompa Loompa.
Rest.
Oompa Loompa doodly-doo.
Good. Or could you? Yeah.
Der Name ist Gloop, Gloop. Und dies ist mein kleiner Liebchen Augustus.
He is sort of a chunky kid. He likes to eat a lot, and his mom kind of spoils him with food. He's from Germany, so we have a little bit of a German accent.
Can you do a little bit for me?
Herr Wonka, I want to taste the chocolate.
That's the hard. What's that word?
The chocolate.
So do it again.
Here, Wonka, I want to taste the chocolate.
Perfect. Grace and Jonathan were both Mrs. Gloop and Augustus Gloop. They were from Frankfurt, Germany. It was really funny when Grace auditioned for this part. We all envisioned Augustus Gloop as being this just enormous person, and Grace, who is by far not an enormous person, she's a very petite girl, but she read for it, and she was so precise, and she was very quick to just she really enjoyed it, and she had the right inflection. It was quite remarkable. It was interesting. But with her and Jonathan, Jonathan's he's such a natural performer that we knew you'd ham the heck out of it, and he sure did.
Is the room getting smaller or am I getting taller? Achoo! Gesundheit.
Great. And they were doing a great job. I took some time to work with them on refining it a little bit so it sounded not like, was that German? But like, oh my gosh, that was German.
In fact, you can say we've been training him for this very day ever since our little budgie was born.
Training?
Oh yeah, for the young man to eat as much as Augustus, he has to be trained from morning to night eating all kinds of foods.
Good job.
She had bad parents. Her son is kind of big, and she likes to, she babies him a lot, and she just kind of is always being oh, my little sausage or something like that.
You're talking here and you have your big, fancy, professional voice, and then, my budgie, a sausage, alright? So that's what you want to really practice, getting something different, because, well, you would never say sausage in a normal conversation.
In this play, Augustus is going to sing and dance in a brand new song. In his new song, we have very much accent in his singing. It's sort of hard because not only do we have to have the accent in singing, but it's a fast tempo song.
What does Augustus do when breakfast through?
All these kids have a passion. All of them wouldn't be here if they didn't have a passion. And it's interesting when a person like myself shows interest in that passion and challenges them a little bit. It's fun to see how they grow. It's fun to see how they respond. There's that initial, what in the world is this guy doing? What is he looking at me? Why is he yelling at me to sing louder? I don't understand. But after a while, it just takes a little bit of that, and then they'll actually start to go, and you see that light bulb come on and say, oh my gosh, I can do this. I really can sing that. Oh my gosh, I can sing that note. If I breathe right and I have my right posture, my feet flat on the floor, the constant thing for boys and girls in any sort of posture. But it's fun. I enjoy seeing that growth and that development.
Everybody's working really hard, and so everybody's got this done and almost done that we've got it all perfect and all ready. Maybe the most challenging thing is getting my voice up because I'm really used to being quiet.
With younger artists, often they have trouble projecting. They've not had the opportunity and they have not had the training to project and fill a 500-seat theater. We did several classes with them and several exercises with them to get them to project. We had a kind of a mantra over the summer that goes, huh, 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 go, huh, huh. There you go. At any time during a song, we would make that sound, and they knew that they needed to be louder. We taught them about the diaphragm and working from the diaphragm and pushing the sound out and really identifying the different parts of the body and how to use the body as an instrument, as a tool. One of the programs that we did is I am the very model of a modern Major General. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Excellent, it was steady that entire time. Thank you, come on over. And through that's a line from Gilbert and Sullivan. Through that, they memorized that, and then they had to speak it loudly across the house.
I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Excellent. You can do it one more time. I want you to be louder, straight from here. Go. Huh.
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 Excellent. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Excellent. Stay there. Several times we did that. They would do the exercise and I would talk to them about projecting and where their air is coming from and the correct way to breathe and to do it without hurting themselves. If you speak wrong on stage, if you're shouting on stage, you're going to thrash your vocal cords and it'll be bad later on. So we try to teach them the proper technique and how to speak on stage. And this is something they can use for the rest of their life once they identify that. We did that several times. Gave them the opportunity to explore it home, and then come back and show what tools that they have learned.
Well, I love to make friends. The games are awesome, and getting the things down and learning all new things, that is awesome too. It's just always been my dream to be a movie star, and I hear that to be a movie star, you have to be in lots of plays.
Well, I am very honored to have gotten this part, and I am very excited to keep playing it because it's so much fun. My goal was to get a part that had at least 5 lines and a singing solo.
Really?
And I got that.
Just go like this.
Charlie, do you love my factory?
It's the most wonderful place in the whole world.
I'm pleased to hear you say that, Charlie. I'm giving you my factory, Charlie. I need an heir, and that person is you, and you're moving back again.
The theater term cheating to the front means that they kind of face a little bit out towards the audience so that everybody in the audience can see them. Even though, you know, in normal life and conversation, you would just talk directly to the person. But in theater, it gets a little bit boring if you're watching like half of somebody or half the audience is seeing your back. So that was kind of different for a lot of the students to figure out because it was their first time on stage. So yeah, it was a constant battle trying to get them to cheat out towards the front.
But if you're over there, nobody's going to see your face. So you have to worry about turning out more towards the audience. And it's going to feel weird because you're not going to be like, oh, Charlie, you're going to be like, oh, Charlie, you know, so you have to turn out just so that everybody can see her. Cheat out.
Cheating out. You cannot put your rear end in front of the audience. You cannot.
It's fun because I've been like, oh, I always wanted to be in a play. I love just to watch all of them because I've never really been to one. When I went to one, I was like, oh, this would be something I'd probably enjoy. So when I first tried out, I was like, yeah, I'll probably try to do this more often. And I was like, I never knew about this place. I thought it'd be kind of different, not anything I'd want to be in. But after a while, I was like, I probably enjoy that a lot.
What you're gonna do on that last gum has to be so loud, so loud. But you're gonna say it, and you're going to take a running leap at the gum. Chantel, you're gonna catch her. Please catch her.
Yay!
Please catch me.
Okay.
I just like do this.
Or we could put her arm out and then shoot.
Well, there is this part where during Violet's, but it's like we call it Violet's scene because she talks the most. I have to like catch her from getting the everlasting gobstopper, which she wasn't supposed to get. And it took us about, I don't know how many times just to get it, and it's really funny.
Go!
Ouch.
Ready? There you go. Run at it, and then make sure you don't dive at her, dive at the gum. She will catch you.
Okay.
I promise.
Do it. Do it, Katie. That's awesome.
That scared me too.
And you're going to be close enough so that it doesn't look like she's running at you. But you're going to you're going to start running, then she's going to step up and come in between you guys.
So right, like about when I start,
She'll run and she'll catch you. Okay, ready? Ready? We're going to try the jump one more time.
We got it. We got it. Okay.
Everyone has enthusiasm during the whole show, and everybody just loves being there and having fun. And it's like really interesting to watch, I think. Oh, I enjoy Russell Stovers a lot.
You guys got to go to Russell Stovers.
Yeah.
To see an actual candy factory?
Yeah. I told my mom, she's like, I understand why they would do that, because then you could understand how Willy Wonka's factory probably would work. Then you can visualize what you'd really do if you got to see all the working machines and everything, and get to look at the chocolate and all that.
I had two dance interns that were like specifically, they were dance and vocal, but they were there to help me. High school students, they were great, Ethan and Maggie. They were very fun. I gave them each 2 numbers that they could choreograph on their own, which I think they really enjoyed. And they're very helpful and they're very talented, and we're great friends. We've all been in shows together before, and so it was very fun. And then everyone else, I mean, you know, this kind of process, everyone helps everyone. You're not just in your own department all the time, and everyone was pretty good about that.
I'll pretend like I'm in Kid Free Books, so first I play Destroy the Universe. Right, okay. And yeah, I like what you're doing because you're like pretending like you're looking at a TV or something. Some kids like electric trains and some kids like to use their brains to earn a university degree. I don't share the thirst for knowledge. I don't need to go to college. Me, I see it all on TV.
Well, he's kind of like a little snooty brat, and he always watches video games, and he mumbles a lot, and he just thinks he knows everything, and he doesn't go to school. He thinks that he can look up anything and see anything and learn anything he wants on the computer. He's the 4th finder of the golden ticket, and he's last to go out besides Charlie. And I also like video games, and he always plays video games.
'Cause we got our computer. All this stuff is wireless.
Shut up, Pile Toots. Didn't I tell you not to interrupt? This is the best part. Crack, smack, whack, dead. Did you see him die? That was so totally awesome.
Okay, now, when I point up, you're going to speed up the machine. Keep going. And stop. The gobstopper scene, it's actually a theater activity that I've played with every theater class that I've taught. It's called just Machine is the game, and it works on cooperation. Does anybody know why we did this game?
Nope. Oh, it helps you keep a rhythm.
It does.
It
Tristan?
keeps you concentrated.
Right?
So you, like, for melodies and harmonies, so you keep your part?
Well, it might help, but actually you guys are going to be doing this on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
For what?
For the inventing room scene. What I had them do was I had them go up one at a time and start a motion, and then I just had somebody else go up next and just start a new motion, kind of connecting with the first one until everybody was up on, up on the stage, and then I had them like speed up and slow down as part of the game. But then I would have them completely decide to change their motion, would do it again and again and again until we found something that everybody was set on, and it worked well on stage. What you think an everlasting gobstopper machine should sound like. Okay? And everybody do something different, make a different sound, make a different motion, whatever you want. You 3 in the front, I want you to work together, pick the same motion so that everybody can do it, so that you are the glue holding the machine together. Okay? If you got it the way you like it, just remember that one, but try something different. And try it bigger. And think about maybe connecting with each other.
Like this?
Like you don't have to stay connected, but you can be connected. Okay, Ready? Everybody kind of pay attention to where the gobstopper is. And when it starts getting closer to Shayla, you can slow down the machine a little bit and then stop. Don't fall down. I liked it. I liked it. I think we've perfected it.
There's this one game called Wax Museum. And it's kind of like you have to stay still and people try to crack you. And it helps you focus your concentration like on stage. You can't just burst out laughing.
What it works on concentration and not breaking character. So what I have rules that they absolutely have to follow or else we can't play it. And they have to have their eyes open when they're frozen. They can't smile, can't look at the floor. And because if they're smiling, it's a little bit easier to hold a smile than it is to hold a straight face when you're on stage and somebody's trying to make you laugh. So the game sometimes gets a little crazy, and I think that's the part that they love about it. But it's great that they can have fun and they can be learning about theater at the same time, and they don't even know that they are.
We have a full-time staff here at the theater that puts their effort into the production. As well, during the summer, we hire interns that are college level, people who are majoring in theater, to come in and to work with the kids. We also have high school interns that come in. We try to break it down. With 44 students, we need a lot of one-on-one contact with the students. We had 11 interns come in this summer, as well as a director, a vocal director, a music director, and myself. With all of that, it takes a lot of financial backing to really get the show off the ground. That's just the staff. That's not what it costs to put costumes on 44 kids who have multiple costume changes. It's not what it costs to put the lights up, to have the set come in. And this is not stuff that we can use, again, with the paint, with the different set pieces, the candy cart, the water spigot, doesn't really transpose easily into another show. It is pretty Willy Wonka specific. All of this requires funding. We get some of that through tuition, and not nearly enough. We have great sponsors like King Industries, Salina Pediatric Care, and Salina Regional Health Center, who have donated money to the program so that we can offer this educational opportunity to the kids. We also get grants through local organizations, state organizations, national organizations, and individual donors. We'll have just people around town who either did theater when they were younger or they've had kids in the program and they want to support the arts in Salina. There's no way that we could do this. In my speeches that I give before the audience, we are a community theater. This is our community theater, and we cannot do this without support of the community.
We've been fortunate to have some good teachers, and now we're extremely excited to have John here because his energy, I think, is more focused towards the kinds of progress we want to make with the curriculum and with the focus of the program into the future than we've been able to have in the past. I also think that his energy is great with the kids. His ability to bring in other talented theater individuals to help support his programs is also important too. We talk constantly about how we're going to evolve the programs and what's next, and where can we go based on the resources we've got. What do we have to do to create more resources? So we're constantly trying to find ways to keep the program growing and finding new ways to reach new audiences and new participants as well.
I will say it again, I'll say it 1,000 times. This cannot be short enough. What is the word I'm looking for? Staccato. What? Staccato. Staccato. Riley, what does staccato mean? What does it mean? What's it mean? Short. Short? Short, Riley, right? It means short? Yeah. Right? Separated. What else? Choppy. Choppy, yes. So this cannot be coarse. 2, are you listening? I don't want to say this again. Short, short, pop, loop, pop. Right? Yes? Do it again. Yes, do it again. Say it. Oompa.
Oompa. All those wonderful Willy Wonka treats. You can keep the others, 'cause me, I'm a Wonkerer. Since we show the sign of glowing, back up, where we are. And the golden age of chocolate has lasted all these years. Golden age of chocolate that every child reveres. But soon I'll be retiring and wait for someone new. Yes! I'm retiring, but who? But who? But who?
We try not to see Summer Stage as children's theater. They are a production, a professional production done by children. Our expectations of the children is very high. We want them to achieve the goals. We think if we expect a lot out of them, they will deliver, and they always do. Our technical abilities are very high with the lights, with the sound, with the sets, and we've hired professional artists to come in to mentor the students and to work on the technical side. Again, it's not children's theater. We go out of our way to give the students a professional theater experience.
And this was probably the best group of people that I've ever worked with in my life. Like, if I ever had to choose a group of people, if I had a choice, I would pick exactly this group because we worked so well together. Everything just meshed. And it was amazing. It was such a stress-free summer because we were all here for one reason, to put on a great show and to help these kids put on a great show.
I am Willy Wonka, the greatest candy maker of all time.
On a chocolate time, long, long chocolate time ago, the golden age of chocolate began.
I know 'cause I was there.
When it comes to chocolate, he's the many flavored man you know.
'Cause that's the age of chocolate he ran.
With all such style and flair, and the golden age of chocolate has lasted all these years.
The golden stage of chocolate that every then when he's finally back on his feet, the kid can't even get to the door. That guy is losing. This is the tiny group right from the day before. So what does the poor lad do all night to prepare for becoming a boy? I eat more, I eat more, I eat more, I eat more, I eat more. I eat more. Remember this song, when things go wrong, then you'll know what to do. In no time you'll be thinking positive too. Look, Papa, sing with me. Whenever I think I'm in the drink, I think positive, quite right. Whenever my luck goes down the sink, I think positive, yeah. Whenever I'm feeling low or lost, just take a tip from me. You're wasting your time, you count the cost. Thinking positive, that comes free. That's right, positive is the way to be. Whenever I'm teetering on the brink, I think positive. The moment I do, I'm in the pink. I think positive. Remember this song when things go wrong, and you'll know what to do. In no time you'll be thinking positive. We can see it all on TV, on TV, on TV, on TV.
When the days get heavy, never pick up pack them. Open at home, boy. Someday, sweet as a song, Charlie's lucky day will come along. Till that day you gotta hold on strong, Charlie. On top is where you belong. Look up, Charlie. You'll see a star. Just follow it and keep your dreams in view. Cheer up, Charlie.
Think positive. Think positive. Look what happened. See what happened? That's what happens when you're thinking positive. Think positive. I never thought life could be anything but catastrophe. Suddenly I begin to see a bit of good luck for me. 'Cause I got a golden ticket. I got a golden sprinkle in my eye. I never had just the time, never have known the thing. Suddenly half the world was an amazing. 'Cause I got a golden ticket. I got a golden sun up in the sky. Good morning, look at the sun. I never thought that I would be stuck in the lap of luxury. 'Cause I have said it couldn't be done. It can be done. Yes, it can be done. We never had Violet, what you gonna do? Just sit there singing and like blue. Yes, she's turning blue, it's true. Oh, Violet, you are now bright blue. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa do-a-dee-doo. I want a big feast, cream buns and donuts and fruitcakes with no nuts, so good you could go nuts. Give 'em to me. Now, I want a party with ripples and lava. I want a ton of ice cream. And if I dip into things I am not of, I'm gonna scream. I want the works. I want the whole works. Presents and prizes and sweets and surprises of all shapes and sizes. Now, don't care how I want it now. Don't care how I want it now. Look, something's happening. Hey, look at me! I'm the first person who sent by television! You'll get no commercials. Loompa, Loompa, doobla-dee-da. Turn off the TV and you'll be a star. You will live in happiness too, like the Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompa, do-a-dee-doo. Sprinkle it with dew, cover it in chocolate and a miracle or two. Charlie can, Charlie can. I know that he can. We know that he can. We know that he can, 'cause he'll mix it all with love and makes the world taste good. And the world tastes good, 'cause the candy man thinks it should. Thinks it should.
There's just something about going through a process with these students and having them be the ones on stage and getting the standing ovation at the end of the show. That is my best moment ever.
To see them walk out on stage and the tiny little shy voice suddenly fills a 300-seat theater, and they're all the way to the back row. It's exciting to see the things that I take for granted, like being on stage for the first time, or seeing the disco ball come on in the middle of the scene, the wonderment and surprise and how cool it is for those type of things to happen. It refills my spirit. It really gives me that sense of, yes, this is why I'm doing theater.
And what we're trying to create is people who appreciate the arts and appreciate culture, and especially live theater, for the rest of their lives. And so if we can introduce it to them at this age and make it a positive experience, then we've succeeded. Whether they stay here, whether they go to Lawrence, whether they go to New York, wherever they go, they'll still appreciate and either participate in or go to live theater, which is ultimately our goal, is to keep the art form alive through introduction to new audiences.
Were you entertained?
Oh, yes, I definitely was. It was an excellent production and had a lot of kids that they had to get off and on the stage, and really they were on and off in a good fashion, and I think everybody had fun.
And I really worried about, day after day it getting monotonous, but every day, excited to go. I just look forward to the future because they're going to add dancing and I think singing and all these other things to the youth theater here, and I'm just looking forward to the future.
Yeah, I think the confidence has really improved, and I also think vocally we've noticed a change in the last 4 weeks just with all the work they've been doing, and I think she's hooked. To tell you the truth, that's one reason why we pulled out of public school, so we can devote more time and energy to opportunities like this, the arts. I'm not against public school education. Our families are both involved, but for our family, this was something we really wanted to do, and we're having a great time learning together, and the childhood years go by so quickly that I just kind of wanted to hang on to the kids while I could, and I might be ready to send them back one day, but for now we have a great time at home.
Tell me, what was your reaction when her theatrical daughter came and jumped into her arms?
Oh, man. I said, good Lord. Catch her! Man, I thought she was going to drop her, but she didn't. That was great. That was good. I enjoyed everything. It was wonderful. Her singing, oh, little Violet, she was just wonderful. And Chantel, she just did great. She knows she's good.
So do you think she's going to come back maybe in future years and do one of these?
She probably will be back here as long as they take her, because she loves acting and singing and dancing.
It was actually kind of scary the first time, but like the second time I went up there, I just jumped down on the platform below, grabbed the bar, and just flew under.
How do they do that? Is it like a slide or something under there?
No, I just stand on one platform, jump onto another, but to avoid getting my head hit, I have to hang on to another bar, just go down. Actually, next year is going to be my last year, so I hope I get into that show, and hopefully I can actually be in more than that. I'm hoping on, like, whenever I'm not doing that, I could be an intern and maybe be in the show following summer stage.
So it sounds to me that you're hooked on the theater.
Yes. It gives you something to do. You get off your butt, stop watching TV, and you get to do something. You get in front of people, you get attention, and, well, you get hooked on it.
So it's all a bit bizarre.
Kids are the dominant species of the world.
Kids rock.
Kids do rock. That was fabulous. Thank you, darling.
Yes. I have a question for everyone. Did you have fun doing it?
Kids who choose to participate in the arts really, they have a vested interest. They're not being forced to be here. They want to be here. They want to explore that imagination. They want to explore the world that is, if it's Willy Wonka, if it's High School Musical, if it's Schoolhouse Rock, they're there and they want to explore that world. Theater gives them the opportunity to work with people they may not work with otherwise, to interact with other students that they may not have so much in common with. Theater is the one thing that accepts everyone, no matter what your race, what your gender, what your sexuality is, what your income level is, what your what your handicap is. Everyone is welcome here at the theater, and there's always a role. Theater mimics life, and in life we have everyone. So theater has everyone.